I was having conversations with clients the other day. You got multiple intersections that will not be listened or heard. And so you can be meaner or nastier, right? You can try and be like that bitch, but that's not who you are. And I feel like that would feel gross, and you don't like hurting people or being nasty or yelling. So maybe we lean into our strengths. That way our confidence and our lovability, right? Our articulation wins instead of like the nasty one. Let's not do that. That's not who you are. And so there's a lot of coaching that I do all the time with a bunch of different neurodivergent folks. And it does look exactly like this. Sometimes it's hard for neurodivergent folks to do it with each other, right? Again, because, it's like, I don't fucking know, man. So sometimes group support is really awesome if you do that, but also you kind of lost. So, I mean, it is what it is. You can hammer ideas around. Funny ass scene, bro. What's the funniest part of that scene to you?
I think just him screaming. It's just hilarious. He's just so fucking loud. He's so loud. It's so dramatic.
So dramatic. He's so gay. Yeah. I don't know. I think the walk was wild. Like the gay walk was wild, but then again, the straight walk was wild.
Yeah.
The football colloquium stuff was like really good. Like you said, Spence. He's like, did that go good? And he's like, I don't fucking know.
Let's keep it going. Let's keep trying until it gets straighter. I don't know.
I think it's hilarious. I think that's one of the best dude relationships you can see right there when you're both just trying to figure shit out as a partnership, which is going to lead us into some conversations later about the palimony thing.
Right. Which, yeah. So in this next scene.
Yeah.
So this whole time, like even in the beginning of the movie, they've both, or especially Albert, he's been asking for this palimony agreement. So essentially it's like just like they're a partnership because especially at that time, gay marriage was not recognized. Or even I don't even think it was a thing.
No, it definitely wasn't. No.
And so essentially it was like, hey, I get like half your things, like say if something happens or if we divorce or like separate, or even if we
die,
like one of us passes and things like that, just getting it down, just so that to have security and things like that. And so I picked this scene just because I really love the fact that Armand was just so receptive of it, just telling Albert, hey, I don't care about this stuff. I'm with you. I'm not trying to be with anybody else. This is our partnership. We are together, and it's not really a house unless you're in it. So just thought it was a good scene to have, just to show the love of two people, whether they're gay or straight or whatever. Because a lot of the time we do show like these love scenes and things like that of people caring for one another. But a lot of the time they are straight. And so it's a good thing to have, this mature gay couple actually be on there showing love, not just physically, but also emotionally and intelligently as well.
So what we got to see was real intimacy. I don't care what your gender or sexuality is. It's about partnership. For some folks, it's about companionship. One of the famous quotes in this one show, right, they say over and over is what is life or having these experiences, these things, if you don't have someone to share it with? And so then you see everyone in the movie going to find the people that they want to share their life with. Not everyone will agree with that, right? Some folks love their independence. Some folks are aromantic. I get it. It's a smaller percentage of the population. Most of us are very connected to others. And the knock on autistics is that we're not, because we're not, don't have a ton of emotions, the myth, not a lot of facial expressions. We don't have a ton of love, right? We're not just connected. Many of us actually very wrong. We're deeply connected. You'll see a lot of us, the funny scene from Atypical Spence on Netflix is, he always talks about penguins. And then he says the penguins, when they mate for life. Like, this is it. Like, they dying with it, Ain't no non-monogamy type shit going on. Like, ain't no polyamory shit with somebody else.
Side penguin.
Ain't no side pee. Oh my God. I saw something my client said. I have to say it later. So there's no, it's your thing. And so the reason why I bring this up is because you get with a lot of autistic folks is when we partner, the loyalty, we're in it. And sometimes it leads us to very toxic, very abusive relationships. And this one is very loving, very awesome. I think it's magnificent just to put something on that, because I got clients that get broken up with or break up, and it is so devastating that people will want to die. Things happen, right? They're deeply connected. That person grounds them. With autistics, humans ground us sometimes. Even if they're not saying anything, they're just in the room. You're like, I feel good. I feel safe. I know that they're there. And I love relationships like this because he's like, what is this worth if I'm coming home to you? I don't give a fuck about the job.
Mm-hmm.
Magnificent. And when you were talking about grounding and having good people in your life, but also neurodivergent folks, and paying attention to if that person does get broken up with, and they're your friends or your family members, your classmates, just check on them. You good? It's okay if they're breaking down. You think about suicide? Well, I thought it would be good to escape, to not feel these emotions. Just saying, y'all can do that too. I ain't telling you to do no therapy, but just check in. Whenever you see us in deep relationships. Shit can get scary. Real scary. I'd love to see it though. What else we got? Palimony. I wonder what the fuck palimony meant. I was like, alimony? Palimony? This is the gayest shit I've ever seen. I'm sorry. I meant that with love. No judgment.
Next scene.
Scene.
This is when, the whole, so Val wants his birth mom to show up to the dinner with the senator because she's a woman, and so it would look more quote unquote normal if she came to the dinner. And she's stuck in traffic, and so they're pretty much waiting, and then Albert takes upon himself to dress like he is Mrs. Coleman, or Goldman, as they say. And so Robin Williams that whole time is just looking at her, just being like, and then he also looks over at the senator like, I think you're buying this shit. Like, and they actually were. And it's hilarious because we didn't show it, but the senator actually believes that Mrs. Coleman is actually a woman, and actually is pretty attracted to her. Yeah. And it's pretty hilarious. And even like the mom though is just like, something's weird here. Like something's not right. This doesn't make sense. You can even see aftershave like in there.
They got PCOS. That's what I got. Yeah. That's what I got. No, they're still a woman. They got PCOS. It causes hormonal imbalances.
That's right. That's
so
right.
That's what I got. One client's Ben's. I said, "Damn, you came back from winter break. You got a mustache." What the fuck? That shit was thick too, boy. I did.
It was.
It was.
Athena. Anyways, but yeah, and once again, this is just a good representation of actual masking for the sake of the people around us and the sacrifices we make. And even though that this could backfire, Albert does it anyways. Albert also might have been under the influence too, with booze too, because she starts staggering just a little bit in there. And like even there's one part where like her wig kind of turns and it's just like all fucked up. Great movie, but overall, yeah, this is a great scene just for like masking once again and kind of showing that
like you said,
we do for love.
The whole movie is about that. You're masking for the kiddo, but then now he's also masking for his partner and the kiddo. And so, right, we use this in the community. We use this with anxiety, race, right, code switching. You're masking in public settings at the pub. You're masking and acting a certain way. Maybe when some of us that are black or brown, we go to college, maybe it's around all white folks, we put on a certain show. Then we go back home and we put on a different show. You go to the doctor, it's a different show. You talk to police officers, shit, you better believe I'm acting different. So the masking, code switching is happening all the time. it's nice to have representation to see what a more dramatized version of it is. That way people can actually understand it that are more neurotypical and don't think that they code switch, even though everyone does. The reason why I think it's important to talk about this for this pod is I think people really don't understand, Spence, is how anxiety provoking it is to feel like you're always the odd one out, to always feel like you're other, to always feel like you're awkward, that you say weird or stupid shit, or you'll be metaphorical or say something that doesn't really fully connect to the one story. And the other people are like, what the fuck? Mm-hmm. Or maybe you say something and no one does anything. Like no one even responds and they just like, so it's really hard. So this masking thing is extensive. Some people script out the entire conversation. Some people plan out who they're going to meet. They're anxious about who's going to be there. What's the situation, the scenario. They know exits. Masking is very cumbersome, which is correlated very highly with anxiety, but also depression and burnout, which is vastly more intensive than regular burnout. Autistic burnout is intense. For those of you that are curious about that, to see if you do have a lot of this masking traits, there is a quiz in our link tree. Go into screeners, click on autism, then click on the cat Q.
Hey, thanks for watching this video. Check out the full episode on our channel and anywhere you find podcasts. Also, remember to like and subscribe. Whoop whoop.